YouTube family, blessings and welcome back to another video. So last night I posted a video about loneliness and the fact that I experienced loneliness. I've come to know what loneliness is since moving to America, and I posted that video not even 24 hours ago, and the traction on it has been very high, and I believe it's simply because the content that's there is relatable, simply because there are a lot of Jamaicans who agree with what I'm saying. And when I read through the comments, I can see that as well, that there are a lot of Jamaicans who have experienced, a similar reality to the one that I've experienced, and people are really sharing their own take on the matter. And I'm grateful for that. So once again, YouTube family, I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys, and I really look forward to your feedback on all of my videos. All of the videos, I love reading the comments, and I'm going to try my best to, comment more, but it takes a lot of time. But I'm going to try my best, all right? But there was a particular comment under one of the videos, under the same video about loneliness, part 1. And the person said that the USA has top-notch standard of living and Jamaica has top-notch quality of life, and that there's a difference. So whether you agree or disagree, it is what it is. This is this person's opinion, right? And for me, I agree. And let me say why I agree. I agree that the standard of life, for the most part, is better. When it comes on to, when I say standard of life, I'm talking about the access to certain things. The fact that you have a need for something and you can legit go on your phone, order it, and it's there that same evening or the day after. For some people, that's not a big deal, but for some people, it makes your life easier, right? Also, when it comes down to standard of living, I'm thinking about infrastructure, I'm thinking about the roads, I'm thinking about housing and all of these things. And while these things are expensive, the access to them are there. You're paying your taxes and you're going to pay through your teeth. You're going to pay taxes, That's one thing you're going to do in America, you're going to pay your taxes. But then at the same time, you have good road to drive on. You understand? So when it comes down to standard of life, and again, we can all disagree and people see things differently, and that's fine. But I'm telling you about my perspective. Right? So for those things, I am grateful for that. I am grateful that I have my tire burst every 2 minutes because of potholes. I am grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I'm glad for that, right? But then, as the person went on to say that Jamaica has top-notch quality of life, right? So quality of life now is a whole different ball game, and I came to realize that, all right, I have known that now since migrating, that quality of life is a whole different thing. Because I would say that when I was in Jamaica, my quality of life itself was better. And when I say quality of life, I'm talking about, again, going back to just the social aspect of things, the mental aspect, the emotional aspect of things. What we truly consider to be life itself. I believe that it was better for me back in Jamaica. You understand? That is this is my thought, or this is my reality, or my perspective. A simple thing as, I had a group of friends and we used to go out a lot, and even a weekend, like a random weekend, we used to just say, we'll go a river, or we'll go a beach, or whatever. And it never take no long planning or whatever. We just know that, all right, everybody will wake up early this particular Saturday, and we'll pile up in a vehicle, and we'll probably stop at KFC and buy a bucket of chicken or whatever, and we're going to the river, we're going to the beach. That for me is quality of life. You understand? That for me is quality of life. And simple things like that is what I lack here, is what I miss here. For me personally, it feels mostly like it's work, home, work, home, work, home. Even you say you get a weekend off, or you kind of plan things on the weekend, what people here find as enjoyment is not necessarily enjoyment for me. Because for me personally, I love the outdoors, I love nature, and when I say the outdoors, I don't like hiking and that kind of thing. That for people here is what the great outdoors is. Hiking and them thing there. That's not what I'm talking about. For me, outdoor activity is like going to the beach, going to the river, anything water related, that kind of thing. That is what I love. And I just don't have that here. I just don't have that here. Yes, I'm in Florida and I'm able to go to the beach, but America Beach and Jamaica Beach are two different beaches. Let's just be honest. It's two completely different things. You know? So in that regard, I agree with that comment that the standard of living here is top notch, but the quality of life in Jamaica is top notch. And again, we can all agree to disagree, and people have different takes on everything, and it is what it is. Somebody said in another comment that I will get acclimated to all of this soon. I'll get acclimated soon. But then I read other comments and people are saying, I've been here for 35 years. I've been here for 40 years. And I'm still feeling the same way. The same way that I am feeling now as someone that has only been here for like 3 years. Somebody that is 30, that has been here for 35 years, 40 years. They're saying the same thing, that they feel the same way. They still feel as though they're alone. They still feel as though they're not a part of the wider society. You know? So, while, you know, somebody, the person commented and said he will get acclimated, because that person was saying basically that they have become acclimated. But she went on to say that she doesn't necessarily care for social interaction. So then that's where the difference is. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. So for me, again, personal, my view is that I would not say a social butterfly, but I thrive around people. I thrive with having social interaction. Me love sit down on a corner or sit down somewhere, sit down on a step, sit down somewhere and just a reason. Like, me love that. So you see, this what I'm doing right now, this is like therapy for me. Because it's like, I have a group of Jamaican friends now, and I talk to them. So this, for me, is therapy. You get me? So while some people are fine being alone, some people are natural loners. But for those of us who really and truly love to be around people, you love to just, you know, run joke, and you go out get some food, get some jerk chicken, and it's the simple things. It's not about the luxury. So for some people, you know, they will love being here in America because their priority or the things that they love are like designer things. So they can appreciate having access to like an outlet mall or wherever where they can go to the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci and the that and that's what them love. You understand? That is their thing. So for them, America is paradise. You get me? But for somebody like me who don't really care for that kind of thing, who just value people and value relationships, that doesn't satisfy my soul. You understand? That's not something that I care for. And reading through some of the comments as well, somebody was saying, you know, that I should find like a group, like a church group, church community. Again, if you are a church goer, I don't know, church in Jamaica and church in America are two different church. It's just not the same. And again, I cannot put my finger on it. Somebody made a comment, I hope I can find it. Somebody made a comment and said that even for church for them is just, it rough. She said she will call people and people just not, and people not answer them phone. You understand? People don't answer them phone. I have found that since I've come here, the churches that I've visited, people are okay going to the church. You say church at 10 o'clock and then go to church, sit down, whatever church happens in church, and by 12 o'clock, church is done, and then just go so bam, jump in their car, and then gone. You understand? While for me, how I grew up was, me know everybody in the church pretty much. Right? You know everybody. When people die for people, you know, people, relatives die, you support them. So for example, the church, my church was in Manchester, right? And somebody have a relative in St. Mary that died, right? You go plan a trip and you get a bus and you go and you go support that person in St. Mary. And your church brother or church sister, you know, it was that community thing, you know? Where if one person feeling something, the next person feel it. But here, I find that people are totally okay with going to church doing the church things for the 2 hours and leaving and have no social no interaction outside of that. You know, much times when I was back in Jamaica, church done, you know, and we sit down there chat for 1-2 hours, just a chat. You might be in a choir, you might be in a specific group or whatever, and you go, and even after the practice done, you sit down and you chat, you reason. You get me? That is just not what it is here. And again, I cannot speak for everyone, but I'm speaking about what I have experienced. It's just not the same. I said in a previous video as well that even work relationship, the same thing that I'm saying. I've been we work with people back in Jamaica. Somebody passes away for that person. It's either you're going to go a dead yard or you're going to go to the funeral. Or you're going to find a way for support. Like I'm just using these as examples. There was that community, that sense of community. And I have just not experienced that here. And I'm not going to try to pretty it up. If that has been your experience, that is your experience. If you have found that. But up to now, me not find that yet. And as I said, there are people who have commented under the first video that said they have been here 35 years, 40 years, and it's the same thing they might experience. So I'm not saying it won't get better, you know, but I'm just saying I will be expectant and work towards having these relationships, but I won't keep my hopes up. I won't put my head on the block that this is going to happen. Like, it is what it is. And again, I just don't have the answers as to why the society is like this, you know? But yeah, this is just what it is. And again, as I said in the first video, we just have to find a way to cope, we have to find a way to, you know, build community. If it's even just this online thing, I hope these videos are helping people. And as I have these thoughts, I'm going to just press record and just put it out there and we'll just see what happens, you know. But again, thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting by watching, for sharing, for subscribing, for leaving comments. That's my favorite part of all of this, just reading through the comments and people sharing their experience and all of these things, you know. But again, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. You hear me say? I appreciate you. So guess what? We talk again. Well, next time, maybe later, maybe we'll see. But we'll talk again, all right? Blessings.